You all know Collin Johns, right? Yep, that's him. He's one of the best doubles pickleball players in the world, who coincidentally plays with the #1 pickleball player in the world, Ben Johns, his brother, for the last 3 years. Well, recently Collin went to a tournament and he came up with 15 things that amateurs should think about when they're playing in a tournament, and we thought it was brilliant. So we are going to do a sequel. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Keith Valentine. I am the Pickleball Pirate, and let's get right into the advice. So, I have played a lot of tournaments. I've played about 20 over the last 5 years. Well, maybe not a lot compared to a lot of tournament players, but what I have noticed in these events is I was very ill prepared. So let's talk about what you do to maximize your success when playing in a pickleball tournament. So first, we got to talk about preparation. Here are the things that I think you should consider bringing to a tournament with you. Lots of water, a cooler with ice, something that provides you shade, like an umbrella, sunscreen, electrolytes, change of clothes, change of socks, multiple wristbands, light snacks like protein bars, bananas, nuts, hat with a brim maybe, extra socks, and extra socks. I change socks between every single mat. Don't forget your therapist. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Hey, we think it makes sense, especially if this kind of preparation helps you play the best tournament ever. So, let's get into more details, shall we? One of the biggest factors when you're playing tournament play is to stay hydrated. And the problem with normal water bottles like these water bottles don't keep the water cold in the heat. So you need to not use these types of water bottles and use a good insulated one like my big Selkirk here. This is an insulated water bottle. It will keep the water cold and keep you hydrated all day. We cannot stress the importance enough of staying hydrated. So get 1, 2, 3, how many ever water bottles you need to stay hydrated with you while you're playing these games. By the way, all of the stuff I'm showing you today is down below in the description. You can purchase it from our store, and that will help support our channel, which will help us bring more of this great content to you. You see, the thing about Collin Johns is he's a really young dude, and I'm sure sitting on the ground is not that hard for him. But you know what? Let's face it. I don't want to sit on the ground all the time. 1, because of the bugs. 2, because my butt could get dirty, and I don't want my butt to get dirty. Probably you don't either. But you know what? It's not comfortable getting up and down from being on the ground. So what do? Well, the big chairs that we carry are very clunky. They're very much an extra thing to carry, and I've got plenty of stuff in my bag and plenty of stuff I need to carry. So enter the click chair. Look at this thing. It is just as small as my water bottle, and look how easy this thing is to set up. I'm just going to pop it here. I'm going to unfold it, and you're going to just click it, and hence the name. Click, 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 and click. Look at this. Look how easy this chair is to set up. Oh, and now I can just sit back and lean back and watch my pickleball. The thing I like about it is it also has got a little bit of swivel. I didn't like this at first, but now that I'm realizing you can really relax and just get yourself situated, kind of sink into it, and just let yourself lean back and relax. I mean, I could just maybe fall asleep right here in this nice comfy chair. No. Anyway, but I love this chair. Super comfy. It's right in our store. You can click in the description below, and we have these chairs for you. These are amazing, amazing tools. And I'm sorry, Collin Johns, I'm not as young as you. My old bones needs a nice place to put my booty. Cramping is also a huge problem for people that are playing pickleball, especially in Florida where, you know what? It is hotter than the devil's vacation home down here, and you sweat and cramp up so much, so you need to fill your body with tons of electrolytes and potentially magnesium powder. You know who pays great attention to us? Jigsaw Health. Jigsaw Health is specifically made for the pickleball community, and their drink powders are phenomenal. Look, you just pour this into your drinks and away you go. It will keep you hydrated. I went through gallons of this in the last US Open. It kept me hydrated and going to make it all the way to the championship match for our age bracket. And we definitely don't want to be like Kyle Yates. He cramps a lot. We've heard that several times, and you know what? He just couldn't keep enough electrolytes in him. He was playing a lot of long matches in a lot of high heat, and he struggled in that game. Well, the next thing we got to worry about in Florida is the sun. And not only in Florida, all over the place, the sun can get brutal, so you need to protect yourself. You can get sunburned in as little as 15 minutes. So, I think playing with an umbrella is a little bit unfeasible. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't look too comfortable. I think that movement like that would be a little bit hard, and then distracting, a little bit distracting as you're moving around with the umbrella. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. So, what do? Well, sunblock for one. You can put some sunblock on your face. And me, I don't like to wear hats, but you might wanna wear a frumpy hat. Frumpy hats protect you. They give you protection on your neck, they give you protection on your eyes, and they give you protection on your forehead and your face. So you can wear a frumpy hat. That's another way to block the sun. One of the worst problems with pickleball is the sweating, especially in the hot Florida heat or in the heat anywhere. Sweating, sweating, sweating. I have guys that I play with that are like veritable rainforests. It's like it's raining on the court. They go through 3 or 4 shirts a day just playing rec games. They probably bring luggage with them with all their clothes when they go to tournaments. So what do you do about that? Well, there's a couple things you can do to help with sweaty hands. So the first thing I do is I wear armbands. I wear armbands on both hands. That way I keep the sweat from going down on my hands and getting on the handle grip. Because once it gets on the handle grip, that handle starts sliding around in your hand, and then you can't hold on to the paddle, and then you are in trouble. So there's a couple ways that we can deal with this. We got the wristbands. We also have our towel. We got to have a towel so we can dry off, and now that's becoming more prevalent, almost like tennis, where they're taking towel breaks all the time. But when you're playing for money or you're playing for just pride, you want to be able to hold on the paddle, so towels are very important. So when your hands get wet, you can't hold on to the paddle, so that's where we come in with the Gamma Tacky towel. So this towel is a cheesecloth that has tacky substance on it that you take and you wrap around your handle when your hand get wet. So in between points during the game, you put this with your towel and you go and put it on there, and you can hear it, how it helps your hand stick to the paddle. This thing I use all the time. One of the most important things to take care of while you're at a tournament is your feet. And so I love these Tyrol Velocity shoes. These are my new shoes from Tyrol. They are great for those of us that need inserts in their shoes. So it's a very stiff bottom. You can put inserts in the bottom that will give you some support. But what I do, and especially when I got wide feet, I have very sweaty feet. So I got to take my shoes off and let my feet breathe in between matches. So what I do is I finish a match, I take off my socks, I put my feet out in the open air and I let them air out, as well as letting my tennis shoes air out. So you can put some slippers on or put some slides on or put another pair of shoes on and let your feet relax and not stay sweaty. So it keeps your shoes fresh and your feet fresh all day long, keeping you going to the medal mat. That should help you keep very, very comfortable at a tournament. Thank you, Collin Johns, for these suggestions. We're gonna wait for your next suggestions. And if you would like to watch some tournament play, click here to pick the next video.